Good morning everybody. I am Priya Banerjee. I'll take your science of class 5. I hope you all are well and healthy and staying at your home. So this is your book Mastering in Science. I'll take the first chapter, which is Health and Hygiene. Health and hygiene is related with each other. Literally it seems that these are two words, but actually we are always want to become healthy. So how we will become healthy? If we will maintain our hygiene, if we will maintain our hygiene of personal hygiene and the environmental hygiene, community hygiene, then we will become fit and healthy. One good definition is given by the WHO. What is that? Health is a state of complete physical and mental well-being. That means a person who is called healthy person, that person have body and mind are completely fit. To stay healthy, we have to follow few of the rules. What are these rules? First, we have to take the balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? Balanced diet means each and every component of food we have to take in a proper proportion or in a right amount. That means we are taking the balanced diet. Second rule to becoming fit and healthy is protect ourselves from diseases. So again we have to take plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, because we know fruits have the component which keeps us healthy and keep us away from the diseases. Third rule is to regular exercises. So we have to maintain our exercises each and every day. We have to make one routine in which the exercise should be included. Fourth one is maintain our hygiene. Again we are talking about the hygiene. So what is hygiene? Do you know what is hygiene? Personal cleanliness is called the hygiene. Environmental cleanliness is called the hygiene. To keep our environment, ourselves clean, that is hygiene. So we have to maintain the hygiene to keep ourselves healthy and fit. Next, take adequate rest and sleep. What is adequate rest? That means you have to take sleep 8 hours every day. And you have to take sleep. After that you will become fresh and healthy. So these are the things, or these are the ways which we have to maintain for keeping ourselves fit and healthy. Now we have come to know there are a special part, or the main part of keeping our health is about food. Food is also very helpful for our health and keeping us healthy. So we have to make some good habits, and good habit means taking fresh and good food. So at first we should have to know what are the components of the food and which components are helpful for us. So if we goes for the components of the food, we should know what are the components of the food. First one is the carbohydrate. Okay, everybody knows carbohydrate means the food which gives us energy. So carbohydrate is energy giving food. What are the sources of the carbohydrate? Actually we get carbohydrate from two sources. First one is the sugary substances, second one is the starchy substance. Sugary substance means the things which we take which are having lots of sugar, like honey, like cake and like fruit juice. They all have the sugar content, and these are rich of carbohydrate. Another type of carbohydrate is starchy substances like rice, bread and potato. These are also full of starch and they are good for good sources of carbohydrate. So what is their function? The whole day long you are doing certain type of work, you are playing, you are working, you are doing some work at your home, all physical exercises, whatever you are doing at your home or outside of your home, that is due to the energy. So from where we are getting this energy? This energy is coming from the carbohydrate, and when we are taking carbohydrate, these are giving appropriate energy for our work. So you should have to take good amount of carbohydrate. Second category, that means function is giving energy. Sources are starch and sugar. Effects to do work. Second category of food, or the second component or the nutrient of food is what it should be. It also gives the energy. What is it? It is fat. So fat is also a kind of nutrient which gives us energy, but the amount of energy is obviously more than carbohydrate. But this fat is, all type of fat is not good for us, because all fats are not giving us the proper functioning. Instead, they are layering up beneath our skin and make us fat. So it is not good for us always, but fat is also giving us energy. So what are the sources of the fat? When we are taking ghee, when we are taking butter, when we are taking cheese, when we are taking all sort of things which are very greasy and full of oily things, pizza, these burger, these all are actually giving you fat or the fatty substances. But fatty substances, few fatty substances are, we know this, sugary substances and fatty substances, and the fatty food items are actually giving us obese. They are making us fat. So these all fat are not good for us. But the good fat is needed for us, which enhance our body energy. So we should have to go for the good fat, not for the bad fat or which is junk. We have to maintain this rule. Next, so the fat is also giving us energy. They are also energy giving substances. Now next is protein. Third component is we know protein is a substance. Protein is a kind of component or the nutrient which is very much essential for the growing children. Why? Because protein is the substance, because it helps us for the growth, and it is a body building substance. When somewhere we are worn out our tissue, somewhere we are getting injured, these type of protein actually help us to repair our body cells. So these are very essential. Why? Because when you are playing outside, somewhere you are becoming hurt. Maybe your skin has been toned out. So what will happen? It will remain forever? No. It will, after few days you will see that these wounds will become completely cured and healed up. How they become healed up? With the help of protein. And this protein is very essential for the growth. When you are becoming child, when you have become born, you are infant, your size is just like the small size. Then you become this much smaller, then you again grow, become the teenager, then become you the adult. After the adulthood, our protein need is becoming less because your growth has been completed. But completely we don't have to stop the protein, because protein is also essential for the burning out of our cells and repairing of our body. So protein is always essential, but the growing children needs protein more than an adult person. And what about the carbohydrate? Carbohydrate is needed for the labor or the laborer who does lots of physical work. And protein is essential for those who are growing up and the children. Understood the two differences? Carbohydrate is also needed as well as protein is also needed. But what is the difference? We need all kind of components, but carbohydrate and protein have a difference. The persons who are doing more physical work, they need more carbohydrate. The persons who are growing, like the children, they need more protein. So these both components are very, very essential for ourselves, especially for the children, because they need energy as well as their proper growth. So these two components are very, very important and essential. The third one component is vitamins. So vitamins are, fat is also giving the energy. Sources of the fat are protein is function, body building material. Sources are, what are the sources of protein? Sources of protein are two types, animal protein. Second one is plant protein. So what are the sources of the animal protein? Animal proteins we get from the eggs, milk, chicken, fish, etc. What about the plant protein? When we take soybeans, when we take dal, when we take some kind of wholesome cereals, they are wholesome dals or the pulses, these all are good sources of the plant protein. And what is their effect? When we take proper protein, we become good in health, our growth is good, and we become good and mature adults. Next component is vitamins. And do you know what are the function of the vitamins? Vitamins are the what is the function of the vitamins? Vitamins are the sources which keeps us, our body, away from the diseases, or the vitamins help us to fight against the diseases and keep us healthy. So what kind of diseases? Maybe we have some nutrients deficiency, we have some kind of diseases which can be cured by taking of vitamins. Suppose you are taking apple, that means you are taking vitamin E, which keeps your eye well. All sorts of yellow fruits are good source of vitamin A. Another thing, all citrus foods are good for vitamin C, and vitamin C is also very, very essential for our body, as it gives us the source of vitamin C, which keeps our skin healthy and keep away from a different type of common cold, and it keeps us healthy. Skin diseases are also cured by vitamin C. So this is an essential component which keep us healthy. Vitamin A, B, C, D and E are some important vitamins. What are the source of the vitamins? When we are taking fresh fruits, when we are taking fresh vegetables, milk, egg, fish, these all are good and essential for us, and they are good source of vitamins. So vitamin E is also very essential for the future generation. So these all are the vitamins. So what we should have to take? We have to take proper food like fruits, vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, good source of protein, that means dal, soybean, egg, milk, and the good source of carbohydrate, that means cereals, bread, rice. These all things you have to take daily. Another very essential component of our food is mineral. So minerals are also essential because we know blood is very much essential for our body, and these minor things which we cannot see but they are very essential for our body, like the iron content. Iron content is very essential for our body because it makes our blood red and carries oxygen to all part of our body. So these minerals are also very essentials like calcium, iodine, phosphorus and iron. I think you know what is the function of calcium and phosphorus. They keep your teeth very strong and healthy. So this is also very essential for our body. And then when we are taking fruits like banana, banana is a good source of iron as well as calcium. Calcium, potassium and sodium. This we can get from the salt. So potassium, sodium, these we can get from the salt. These are also very essential. And why do we take iodized salt? Do you know that? Because iodine is very essential to restrict the goiter of our throat region. If we don't have the proper iodine inside our body, it can give you a disease called goiter, which is which seems your neck region becomes swollen up. So it is also very essential to take the salt. And which salt you have to take? You have to take the iodized salt. And good source of iron is leafy vegetables also. When you are taking leafy vegetables like spinach, like coriander, like all these green vegetables like bitter gourd, they all are good source of iron. And banana is also a very good source of calcium and iron both. So these minerals are also very essential. So at first these all are the components of the food. So what about the next which things are more needed for our body? Along with these all nutrients, we have to take lots of roughage and water also. Why the roughage? Roughage is fibrous food, and fibrous foods are always needed for our body to clear up the balls in the morning and say a fresh good morning. And then we have to take again what the thing? Water, lots of water. Why the lots of water is recommended by the doctors, your elders, your teachers? Because there is a lot of work which is essential of our body and they are doing by the water. So what are the functions of the water? They are maintaining your body temperature. Your body temperature should be maintained in a fixed point. So this fixing of your temperature, regulating your body temperature, there is a lots of work is done by water. And second thing, when we are eating, all components are not utilized by our body. So our body is producing some nitrogenous waste, some kind of waste which should be go out from our body, which should get off from our body, and that function is also done by water. So water is clearing up our all waste through what? Through urine and through sweat. So these all components are very essential. What? At first we will revise all the things. The components of the food is carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins, and fifth one is minerals. So what are the function of this component? Carbohydrate is giving you energy. The sources of carbohydrate are starchy food and sugary food. What are the effect of our body? If we don't take the appropriate time, it will we are unable to do the work. Fat is giving more energy and that is also giving us energy, but good fat we have to take the source of good fat only. Next one is the protein. They are also called the body building materials and these are essential for our growth. Vitamins are keeping us healthy and taking diseases out of our body, and minerals are very essential for the good functioning of our body. So we are summarized it along with roughage and water, they both are essential for the good function of our body. Thank you. Next, we will take the preservation of the food and the diseases. Thank you very much.